weird video games.
I am the Word Wizard.
Cave of the Word Wizard might just be the world's only educational children's horror game. I think. Maybe. I say maybe because A, there might be something else out there I don't know about. B, I don't think Typing of the Dead is for children. And C, I'm not sure this game is actually intended to be horror.
Here's the supposedly benign premise. You play as a little boy or a little girl exploring a deep cave looking for treasure. Specifically 4 crystals. I don't know how many Deutschmarks you can get for these things, but whatever, they're treasure, right? And along the way, a friendly wizard comes by and quizzes you on spelling.
Spell trap.
This was one of those early games that experimented with digital voice, so you could actually hear the words.
Spell cow.
And naturally, innovative minds like Patrick Quinn decided this would make for an awesome tool to teach kids about spelling. And PTSD, but I'm getting ahead of myself. If you spell the words right, he rewards you with items that help you in your quest.
Keep up the good work. See you later.
Seems nice enough. Your health bar is even rather innocently represented by band-aids. That's cute.
By the way, I can't help thinking this game is about a wizard simply because it's a pun on the word spell.
Anyway, so that's all well and good, but there's a lot of unsettling stuff here. First, the cave is dark, and you're a small child alone with a flashlight that's slowly draining. How did you get in this cave? I don't know. There are no obvious exits, so I can only assume you're trapped in there. Giant spiders crawl around, and scorpions, and snakes. Worst of all is the wizard. The wizard is creepy. You're just walking along, trying to find your way. Wah!
Spell interference.
Seriously, that scares me every time.
Good work. See you later.
The guy can teleport. Presumably anywhere he wants. Does it have to be right in front of me? I'm talking to you, Beardo. Do you really have to go right in my face and demand I spell things for you?
Spell fear.
Remember how I said the whole Band-Aids thing was cute? Not when it's a reward for good spelling. If you spell words correctly, he allows you to have medical attention for the wounds sustained in, indeed inflicted by, his cave. And it is his cave. It says it right in the title. And what are the first spoken words in the game?
I am the Word Wizard. Welcome to my cave.
Right there. He doesn't deny it's his cave. This is supposed to be a fun, educational game for kids. Why isn't it inside his wonderful castle, or mystical mansion? This is no chocolate factory, kids. It's a snake-infested cave of darkness where you better be a good speller if you ever want to see your family again. This doesn't feel like a friendly wizard helping kids on their journey. This feels like a psychopathic wizard accosting small children and forcing them to play his little mind games. The guy is Jigsaw with magic and a spelling fetish. I can only surmise the ingredients to his magic potions include brain plasma and a child's last tears. And if you say word wizard in a dark mirror while spelling something incorrectly on an Ouija board and listening to rock and roll music backwards, this face is all you see while your loved ones are there in the hospital praying that you'll wake up from your screaming coma. Now, you're probably saying I'm reading too much into this. There's no way this is intended to be horrifying, right? Hey, maybe not, but there is a lot of creepy ambience. Look, here's the theme song. And here's the sound you make when you walk. This is the sound the critters make. The sound you make when you jump is rather dramatic too. Now, that's rather over the top and silly, so it's not like scary, but it's kind of Halloween spooky. It's what you would do if you're trying to make a boo, I'm a ghost story game that's appropriate for little kids. What is actually legitimately scary is this freaking wizard. After a while, you do sort of get used to the little creeping sounds of the cave after even
Spell sick.
Keep in mind, you're paralyzed when he asks you to spell a word, and you can't move until after you've satisfied the wizard's innermost desires for spelling.
I'll be back.
He can even freeze you from falling in a hole, quiz you, and then only after you answer will he release you and let you fall. And after he leaves you, suddenly being alone with your flashlight and your little walk sound gets a little unnerving. But here's where the real horror of the game is. When you
Spell. Run.
When you spell words wrong, he punishes you.
It's getting darker.
Holy cow. You fail his little impromptu spelling tests, and he drains energy from your flashlight, thus inching you just a little bit closer to your doom. Why does this kid's game even give you a battery limit anyway? Isn't the prospect of your flashlight dying on you and trapping you forever in the darkness with giant spiders really freaking terrifying?
Spell. Advertise.
Wait, isn't there 2 ways to spell that?
It's getting darker.
And the way he says, "it's getting darker," as a little passive threat, it's as if he's some kind of mafia enforcer.
Oh, is that how you spell it? Are you sure? I just mean it'd be a shame if someone's batteries were to give out on them. Oh, look at that. Looks like it's getting darker. See you later.
Of course, this is just my interpretation. Is this what the developers had in mind? Well, let's see. It took a lot of searching around, but I did find a manual. And the crazy thing is, it confirms all of my suspicions. Look at this. You have wandered into a mysterious cave, and the entrance has been sealed behind you. Suddenly, the word wizard appears and informs you that in order to leave his cave, you must find 4 magic crystals which have the power needed to open the cave entrance. So yes, the wizard intentionally traps children in his cave. And those crystals aren't treasure, they're the only way to leave. There isn't even a reward to make this whole risky venture seem worth it. Best case scenario is that you are allowed to escape with your life. From the moment you enter the cave, the wizard will be watching your every move. Sweet dreams, kids! He will use his magic powers to speak to you directly through your computer. You will not be able to move until you spell the word. So, first, if you thought it was only my interpretation that he paralyzes you so you have to spell a word or you can't move, you're wrong, my friend. Second, they must really be trying to terrify children because they're telling them the wizard is magically talking to the players themselves through the computer.
Spell. Powerful.
When your flashlight runs out of energy, you will be doomed to roam through the cave in darkness forever. Are you seeing this? Even the worst of my speculations were not baseless. Failure to meet this man's standards and proper spelling results in being trapped in this cave in darkness forever. The wizard is a mischievous old fellow who takes the fine art of spelling very seriously. Understatement of the century there, Patrick Quinn. Compared to these statements, Walter Sabchak takes bowling rules very seriously. Two-Face takes flipping a coin very seriously. Hannibal Lecter takes manners very seriously. All of these are less of an understatement. Word Wizard is to improper spelling as Kevin Spacey's John Doe is to the 7 Deadly Sins.
See you later.
And look at how they repeatedly describe him as mischievous. The wizard is a funny old fellow who causes lots of mischief for anyone who enters his cave.
Oh, that whimsical old rascal. Abducting children, paralyzing them, forcing them to play games he invented where they gamble for their freedom from a labyrinthine cavern of death filled with scorpions!
There's no happy ending if you get out. The wizard just appears again to tell you your stats. Even when you escape, you're not rid of him. He's always there.
This game is the follow-up to the question, you want to learn how to spell, don't you? It doesn't matter what your answer is. The response is always Cave of the Word Wizard. Forever. I'm Tom.
Spell separate.
Seperate? Is that it?
It's getting dark.